Yeah. So the difference between mobility and flexibility is that in mobility we usually move, like it's more joint oriented. So we want to work with movement. So while we contract the muscles, we go until the end of the range of motion. So it means we address a little bit more the internal structures of the joints, the capsule that is around, the tendons and ligaments and all of those things. Flexibility, especially passive flexibility that we do a lot in yoga, is more held postures and it works more on the length of the muscle itself. So we're gonna mix the whole thing. And because today we have hips, before we do anything, let's take a measurement. Like in physiotherapy, we always work with parameters, meaning like we will take, for example, the count, and in this case, seeing how wide our legs can expand. And then we're gonna do the same thing at the end of the class. So at the end of the class, after all the movement that we did, we're gonna check again. So when we do straddle, it's important to remove the flesh from under the buttocks to really feel the sitting bones, arching the lower back, coming to the anterior tilt of the pelvis, feet point up so they're not floppy. And then we try to go down as far as we can without rounding the back. Very good, flexible people. Yes. So you can take a measurement by looking, for example, how far you come on your mat, how it feels. When breath is going straight into the full expression.
Well, I'm trying to make sure my back isn't curved.
Very good. And also what we want to look at when we do a parameter, when we create a parameter, is the sensation in the body. So you can take a moment to find stillness in the position and see where do you feel the stretching, where do you feel that more space could be made. Maybe if you feel some tension or some pain, where is that? And try then to remember this for when we try this at the end again. We squeeze the shoulder blades slightly together when we do the straddle split so that we make sure that there is an extension of the back. And we're gonna stay here for just a couple of breaths. When we do mobility and flexibility and movement in general, the breath is the gateway for protecting the system and also allowing the system to feel safe. We can stretch and flex as much as we want, but if the nervous system doesn't feel safe, we're not going to come into full expression of the flexibility. So always try to deeply breathe through the nose, using the whole of the diaphragm. And we always tend to go a little further when we exhale. Last inhale here. Last exhale here. And then we're slowly gonna come up. This was our parameter. We're gonna come straight into a little bit of passive stillness, finding pigeon posture on the right leg. So before we go into the sleeping pigeon, let's take a moment for the alignment. We want to have a long back foot. We want to have the front shin as parallel as possible to the front to come into the rotation, being on the tip of the fingers, slightly squeezing the shoulder blades together, finding length. Pelvis looks forward. Alignment is very important when we do mobility. We take a deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we slowly go down. Maybe we stay on the elbows. Maybe we can go all the way with the forehead down. We're gonna stay here for a while, using this position to really tell the body which direction we're gonna go into today. Make sure not to flip with the left hip up. You try to think that you want to bring the left inner hip down, elongating in the back, and really breathing in the whole of the spine, especially the lower back. Healthy hips create a healthy lower back. Movable, relaxed lower back help the hips to open more. You can start engaging Ujjayi breathing. Is that breath through the nose where we compress the windpipe. And by compressing the windpipe, the pressure rises, so the breath goes in a bit slower and a bit more deep. So try to use that constriction, making the sound with your inhales and exhales. And especially when we hold postures, it's so important to observe the mind. If you feel that you are starting to wander around, try to focus on the sensation of your hip opening, maybe even how the forehead feels on the floor, using touch to find presence. We're gathering the energy here for attention during the class. We use the inhalation to stretch from the inside. So maybe you can visualize your spine getting a bit more spacious as you inhale. Or maybe you can bring the breath into the right hip, imagining to make it bigger, like a balloon inflating with the power of the inhalation. Bringing the air to all those spaces that feel still a little cramped together. You can try and get a little deeper, maybe by extending the arms more to the front if you're not already in that position. And try to imagine to bring also the upper body, the chest, closer to the floor, elongating. Here for just another 5 breaths. Last 3 breaths, make them count. Slowly come all the way up on your hands. We're gonna do a transition, already working on mobility, so lift your right foot up, place it between the hands, and then just for a moment we're gonna be into side lunge on the right foot. The left foot looks up. We're gonna stay longer in this position later, so just feel it for a second, and then trying to leave the buttocks as low as possible. We're just gonna change the leg, coming into the left foot, with the right foot pointing up. Just for a moment, giving direction to the body, and then we're gonna turn to do pigeon on the left side. So find the same alignment on the left leg. Just like before, let's take a moment to stay on our tip of the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, elongate the spine, find alignment in the hips. Take a deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, you calm down. Make sure that now the right hip doesn't lift up. Both hips face down and front. And observe also how does this side feel compared to the right one. Every time we hold, we use it for inquiring with our bodies. How is my body? Doing this kind of work really helps with finding the symmetry again. A symmetric body tends to be a healthier body. So find that alignment when we hold the postures. It will be easier to then find alignment when we move through postures. And yes, I asked Nina to get blocks. The movement classes are quite new. We want to get more tools for here. Try also maybe to press the right ankle just slightly into the floor, activating the front right quadricep, just to see if that makes a little more space. And once again, try to stay stable in the mind, stable in the body, feeling where you are and breathing into the right places. Before we do mobility and flexibility, it's important always to come into the strengthening also of the structure. If a joint feels stable, it feels safe through the muscles, and so it will allow the body to go deeper into the stretching. Safety is a very big theme in the body. So while we hold these postures, try to breathe in this feeling of being connected with the body, feeling safe into the body. We're here for just a couple of more breaths. Last very deep inhale through the nose. Make space in the body. Exhale from there. And then slowly come all the way up again. We go out the way we came in. So press into your hands. Use your core to bring the left foot between the hands. Turn into side lunge on the left side. And then by staying as low as you can, we come to side lunge on the right side again. Turning to the front of the mat and stepping back into downward facing dog. We take a moment in down dog to pedal the feet, pressing the weight into the hands. Push the floor away with your hands. Look at your belly button. Untuck your tailbone and try to bring the tailbone pointing more to the sky. Strong arms. Press the whole of the hands into the floor, also the index and thumbs. Staying in down dog, a full body stretch. Preparing for more standing sequences today. Breathe more weight into the thumb and index finger. Kind of an inner rotation of the wrist. You see your heels disappearing behind you. Slowly and gently, with the right hand, you're going to grab the outer edge of the left ankle, trying to slide your head under the left armpit for a little side stretch and hamstring stretch as well. Try to not collapse into your left hip. Keep the pelvis aligned, keep pushing the floor away with the left hand, and then pull yourself a little more with the force of your hand on your ankle. Breathe in there. Another 3, 2, 1. Bring the right hand back to the front. Welcome. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Grab the right ankle with the left hand. Push the floor away with the right hand. Look above your right shoulder. Stay stable in the hips, holding here for 5. Strong shoulders for 4. For 3. See if you can pull yourself a little more. For 2. And 1. Back to down dog. We're going to lift the right leg up into the sky. Just a moment here, the right toes point to the floor, so we have a square hip. Long extension. Keep extending the back. We're going to then bend the right knee, bringing the heel to the left buttocks, and now pointing the right knee up into the sky. Opening the hip. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, twist. Right knee to right elbow. And then we're going to come back with the right knee up into the sky. We do 3 more of these. Exhale, knee to left elbow, knee to right elbow, and back up. We want to work on the rotation of the hip. Make it slow. There is no rush. In your rhythm, keep moving. Make 2 more. And as you do the movement, imagine the beautiful rotation that is happening into your hip, smearing the oil inside of your joint. After you have done your 3rd one, you're going to extend the right leg back into the sky. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale. Bring the right foot on the outer edge of the right hand. Let's make some circles with the body. Make sure that the right foot is completely pressed into the floor, so you have all toes pressing down. Your right shoulder touches the right inner knee. Back leg is very strong. And then change direction of the circle. You want to extend the back heel to the back. Staying low with the body. Back toes is good. Yeah. Let's lower the left knee down, elongating the back foot, and then you're going to press your hand into the right knee, coming on the edge of the right foot, opening and looking up. First mobility exercise will be to press the right knee into the right hand for 5 seconds. So really press, press, press. Feel the activation of your right inner leg. Another 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right hand back. And this time, see if you maybe can go a little lower, coming on your elbows. If not, stay on your hands. Again, we want to press now the right big toe into the floor. So don't let the right ankle collapse to the right. Be stable in your foot. Slightly press the left foot into the floor as well for more opening. Squeeze the glutes as well for more stability. We stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Long back and a little twist. We're going to open the right arm to the sky, but we try to stay stable into the hips. Keep feeling the right foot into the floor. Stay low with your hips. Don't let the right knee collapse to the right, but keep it in one line with the right hip. Yes. Strong left hand, look up if the neck allows it. Breathe here. Last 3, 2, see if you can bring the chest more up into the sky. And then 1. Back down, curl the left toes, and come back into downward facing dog. A moment in down dog, feel the legs. Is there any difference between right and left? Always inquire. Doing the same with the left leg now. Lift the left foot up. We stay a moment here with the left toes pointing down. Try to bring the right heel a little closer to the floor. Bend the left leg now. Bend the left knee. Open the left hip. Point the left knee up to the sky. Very good, Britt. Try to leave the shoulders in one line. We want to open the hips, not the back, not the upper back. Point the left foot. Yes. And now you know what's coming. Take a very deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to twist. Bring the left knee to the right elbow. Left knee to the left. And then back up in a circular motion. Make 3 of these circles in your rhythm. Twist and really focus on the juiciness of your hip. We're strengthening, but we're also mobilizing. Because we're doing strength while we move, we are into mobility. Once you've done 3, you're going to extend the leg back. Taking a deep inhale with the back leg extended, 3-legged dog. And then exhale the left foot on the outer edge of the left hand. Finding the alignment, fingers in one line with the toes, strong back leg. Try to connect the left shoulder with the left knee and make some circles. So we're moving on the hands, we're moving on the back toes, but we try to stay in one line with our hips and shoulders. Change direction of the circle. Strong back leg. Feel the right quadriceps opening. Foot is stable, the left foot. Long leg, long back. Let's place the right knee down. elongating the right foot. And then let's bring the left hand on the left knee, inner knee, coming on the edge of the left foot, pressing, strongly opening. And now for 5 counts, we're going to make pressure between the hand and the knee. You press them together. Pones la mano acá adentro,
Acá.
pero con los dedos arriba.
¿Así?
No, arriba.
Ah, acá.
Yeah.
Vale.
Press for 5. Beautiful. Feel the strength. Back foot is long. Come on the, yes, on the ankle. 2 and 1. Bring the knee back into one line. And now let's see if we can go slightly more down with the forearms. If not, you're welcome to stay up or to slightly bend the elbows. What we want to make sure is that the left knee doesn't collapse to the side. We want to have the left knee in one line. Very good. Press the left big toes into the floor. Yes, like that. Beautiful. Stay there for some breaths. Try to always come a little lower with your body. Yeah, very good. Feel your hips. Last 3 here. Last 2 here. Last one. We come back up. Ready to press the right hand, the right fingers in one line with the left foot. And then we open the left arm to the sky, looking up. Again, in this position, what happens to the left foot? Left, very good. Left foot doesn't collapse to the outside. Press the right ankle into the floor. Activate the right front side of the right leg. Stay there. Strong right hand. Open the fingers apart. Really press. We work on precision. Yeah. Try to keep the knee in one line for this variation. Last 2 breaths here. Last one, come back down with your hands. Lift the right knee up and then come back into downward facing dog. 5 breaths in down dog. See, maybe now the hips feel a little more aligned, a little more equalized. Keep pressing the floor away with your hands. Strong elbows. Point the tailbone to the sky. Feel the down dog. Now bring the feet together from the down dog position. The feet, the heels, and the top of the foot stay together. We're going to do 10 times the frog squats. So we're going to bend the knees with the feet all the time together. And then exhaling, we come back into straight leg, feet together, down dog. This was 1. And 2. We don't do that fast. We do that slowly and controlled, making sure that the feet stay in one line, that the back doesn't round, that we keep pressing the hands into the floor, and we try to bring the knees as close as possible to the floor. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into down dog. And then we're going to come to sit on our heels. Actually, no, let's open the heels to the side, trying to sit between our heels. Addressing another part of the hips. We can grab a hold of our ankles, opening the chest strongly, and feeling now a bit more stretching in the front side of the thigh. Here for 5 breaths. Big internal rotation of the hips, so different direction of what we did before. Compression of the hip joint, squishing of other structures in the hip joint. Observe what happens in the knees as well. If you find tension in the knees and this gets too much, you can bring the heels together and just sit on the heels. But try to have the knees together at all times. Just a moment of rest before we keep with the flowing movement. We're going to come back to the front, finding ourselves in tabletop position. A moment in tabletop to find the alignment. The knees are in one line with the hips. The wrists are in one line with the shoulders. We're going to extend the right leg behind. Again, the right toes face down. A moment there. Point the toes to the floor to have a flexed foot in one line. From here, we're going to open the right foot so the toes now face to the right. And then we're going to bring the right leg in one line with our hips. Strong glutes here. From this position, 5 times, we bend the right knee and we extend the leg again. Try to stay stable in your upper body and try to have the shin and the leg more or less at all times parallel to the floor. Last 3, 2, very strong engagement. 1. Next time the leg is long, you're going to bring the right foot down. Place the whole right foot down, also the pinky toes. And here we're going to swing right and left with the pelvis. So the upper body is completely stable. And we try to swing. Yeah. Imagine that you want to kick something with your right hip to the side. So you're like, ah. Yeah. This is a different mobility. We are moving the hips, not from the leg, but from the pelvis. So we address other structures. Very good. Yes, that looks very good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center and stability. And this time we're going to just bring our buttocks back to the left heel. We keep the right foot long and strong. We can be on our elbows or we can be on our hands with the forehead on the floor. If you're doing this correctly, you should feel the right leg being engaged. So it's not a passive stretch. By pressing the right foot into the floor, you're still engaging the leg. So feel that. Maybe a little shaking. Make sure that the right big toe is also pressed on the floor. Just stay here for a second. We are in the middle of the class. Yeah. 11 on Monday. Yeah. Because we already did half of the, yeah. Sorry. All right. Come back to the front. Leave the leg where it is. We go in the opposite direction. Let's lift the right foot up, always coming out the way we came in. Bring the leg back, toes face down, and then bring the right foot on the left side this time. Don't collapse into the left hips. Stay with the left knee in one line with the left hip. Look at your right foot and feel the full stretch of the right side of the body. Maybe you can walk with your hands a little bit more to the left, creating this half moon shape with your right body. Feel the stretch. Press the toe, the big toe into the floor so that the heel is really pointing up into the sky. Yes. Beautiful. Feel your hips there. Stay connected. Yep. Last 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last side to stretch. We bring the foot back. Extend. Bend the knee once again. Right hand strong into the floor. Grab hold of the right foot from the inner right ankle. And open to up. Back bend. Stay here. You want to press the hand strongly into the foot strongly into the hand. Grab it from the inside. Yeah, like there. Yep, beautiful. Full body. Foot looks up into the sky. Try to drop the front body down. Breathe, don't fall into the left hip. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into tabletop position. Let's open the knees wide, big toes together, and a moment in child pose. Stay in the child pose. Is an active child pose, so you want to have the hands really strong into the floor, fingers separated. With every exhale, you try to bring the hips a little closer to the heels. And just as we did in down dog before, use child pose to see if you find any difference between the right and the left hip. We had a very strong sequence for the right hip. So how does the right hip feel right now? Deep inhale through the nose, deep exhale maybe through the mouth. When we work on hips, we may move a lot of emotions, a lot of things get stuck in the hips, especially for us women. So it's normal to sometimes feel maybe a little movement on the emotional side when we do this kind of work. Take one last breath in here. One last exhale from here. And then slowly come back into tabletop position. Ready for the other side. Maybe a little easier because we know what's coming. Strong hands. Remember, when we work with the hands, always grab a little bit the floor, just as we do with the toes, for more stability in the shoulder. We extend the left foot behind. Again, find your alignment. Don't collapse in the right hip. Stay strong and long. Left toes point down. Look between your hands. Try to tuck your tailbone in slightly. You don't want to hyperextend the lower back. Feel the full engagement of the left glutes. And then bring the left foot to the left. Flex the left foot. Toes point forward now. 5 times. We bend the left knee and extend. Try to have the leg at all times in one line. Bend for 2 and extend. For 3 and extend. For 4 and extend. For 5 and extend. Stay there for a moment and place the left foot this time on the floor. Let's see how the mobility of the pelvis goes from this side. Right and left, like a half moon. Imagine to paint a moon, a half moon with your tailbone. And what other structures are addressed when you move the hip from the pelvic side and not from the leg. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Take a deep inhale here, long back, and then slowly come with your buttocks on the heel. Extend the arms if possible, if you are on your hands. And keep pressing the pinky side of the left foot into the floor. It's also an ankle stretch. The left toes points forward. Full breath into the left hip now. Make space with the power of the breath. Shoulders are in one line. Watch out that the shoulders don't flip on one side or the other. Last 2 breaths here. Last deep inhale. And come all the way back up. Lift the left leg up. Bring it behind you, turning the toes down. And then bring the left foot to the right side. Just as we did before. Try to press the left toes into the floor, bringing the left heel to face the sky, and feel the long line of stretching now on your left side. You can always try to move the hips, the pelvis also when we do this kind of postures to create that micro movement inside of your body. Beautiful. Strong hands. We're also working on the whole of the body, on the upper body as well. Last inhale here. Come a little closer to the left with your right hip, so strong stretching. And then we bring the left foot back behind, back into tabletop. And this time we're gonna open into frog. So we open the knees as wide as we can. The toes, the feet are flexed, so we don't have the long flappy feet. We want to bring the inner ankle into the floor. Staying on the hands, strong body. We start with staying first in the hands. And what we want to do here is to make circles with the hips. So we are at the end of the range, end of the abduction for our hips. So maybe it's a very little movement, but make it consciously. So it's not about making it fast. There is no one judging, especially yourself. But try to feel what happens inside of the structures of the hips. We're only moving in one direction to start with. Free to close the eyes, making space from the inside. Last 3 circles in this direction. And then we switch and we do in the other direction. Strong arms. Very good, Imena. She's saying it's not moving. Va a venir, va a venir. Abre más las caderas. Ya. Yeah. Ya. Se mueve, mira. Last 3 circles in this direction. Okay. Let's come to stability. And now we're just gonna go front and back. Front and back. Sliding front and back. We're gonna prepare the range. Very good. Next time you go back, stay back. This should feel like a very strong stretch. From here, we're gonna come, if we can, on the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Long back. And now we breathe into the inner thighs. Try to point the tailbone more to the sky. Find the pleasure into this position. We're gonna do one last movement from here, which is anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis. So you want to now, when you inhale, point the tailbone to the sky. When you exhale, you want to bring the pubic bone closer to the belly button. So it's not circles anymore, it's a front line. You can imagine you want to paint now a line with your pubic bone. Slowly and gently, exhaling when you're round, inhaling when you point the tailbone to the sky. Mobility training is very precise, so we don't rush into anything and we take a moment to really feel the body and see what the body allows us to do. Make sure to have both elbows with the same amount of weight to also work on the symmetry of the upper body and spine and shoulders. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back up. how do we come out of this? I like to bring the feet together and then kind of press into my hands. And again, this time we're gonna sit on our heels and we're gonna close the eyes. You should feel your hips really alive and full of blood and circulation. Whatever other emotion you feel in this moment, try to breathe through that. And I like when I do breathing practices or meditation, I always imagine to breathe from the hips, from the lower body up all the way till over the head, charging from the earth. And when I exhale, I like to exhale from the top of the head all the way downwards, scanning the body downwards and letting go of whatever is not needed into the physical and energy body. Slowly, we're going to come back into tabletop position. Curl your toes under. A little core work before we do our last standing sequence. So lift the knees up. And again here, we're going to do these movements with the pelvis, what we just did in frog pose. So anterior and posterior tilt of the pelvis, addressing now the core and giving a little bit more challenge to the upper body. Shoulders and hips are very connected, elbows and knees as well, wrists and ankles as well. So we're strengthening the shoulders now, while at the same time we mobilize the hips. Last 3, 2, and 1. Press into downward facing dog. Whatever movement you feel like doing in down dog is your space. Maybe you want to shake the hips side to side, pedaling the feet, lifting the legs. We're going to take a moment here to relax, release, and dive into our body. Beautiful. Last 5 breaths here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on the tip of your toes, point the tailbone to the sky, look forward. Staying here for a moment, strong arms, full extension of the back. Take a deep inhale from here. Exhale, right foot on the outer edge of the right hand, and then left foot on the left side. Coming into garland pose. We're gonna do mobility strength training here as well before we stand up. So press the elbows into the knees. Strong hands, try to be straight into the back. Just what we did before. Let's take a deep inhale and press the knees into the elbows. Press, activate. Think about your feet. They should have equal amount of weight. Strong lower back for 5, 4, 3, 2, you should be shaking, and 1. And stop pressing. Hands in front of the feet. Try to bring the forefoot facing a little more forward. We're gonna do horse squats. Take a deep inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale down, exhale, extend. And we keep a slight pressure of the knees into the elbows when we are in squat position. Another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back into squat, and then forward bend. We bring the feet not together, but as wide apart as the hips, staying into our forward bend. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand and allow your upper body to be heavy, the gravity to bring you a little closer to the floor. Maybe swing right and left with your upper body. And make sure that the weight is on the forefoot, not just on the heel, and that right and left have the same amount of weight. Every exhale brings you a little bit more forward. Release your hands. Grab the outer edge of the left ankle with the right hand, and then open to twist with the left arm. And the arms here, the legs are extended, the arms are extended. You untuck your tailbone so you have a long back, and you try to squeeze the shoulder blades into one another to have a long back. Deep inhale, breathe here. Try to elongate the back a little more, all the vertebrae apart with the power of the breath. 2 more, stay with it, observe the mind. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, back to down. Grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Maybe you intertwine the arms in a with different order than before. And again, let yourself shake, front, right and left. When we do this type of movements, we are addressing the fascia, which is a very important structure in the body, very gluey, and get very stuck. When we do twisting postures, a lot of time we release the fascia. Let's bring now the left hand on the outer edge of the right ankle, and then same thing. We're gonna open, looking up, extending the legs, extending the arms. Pull into your left hand, elongate the back. Stay here. Weight on the front foot. Beautiful. Extend the arm, breathe. Stay with it. Another couple of breaths. Last deep inhale. Last deep exhale. And then inhale again, and as you exhale, bend forward. Opposite elbow with opposite hand. Last moment into the forward bend. Release the hands, bend the knees slightly, and come up, vertebra by vertebra. Make a circle with your shoulders when you're upstairs. Close the eyes, palms face forward. Just a moment here. Always connect to your hips. Whatever movement your body feels like doing, feel free to do it, but keep the breath stable. Gently opening the eyes again. We're going to come at the front of the mat. Have the feet as wide apart as the hips. We're going to do 3 sun salutations, just to bring also a bit of more yoga element into the flow. When we stand tall, let's squeeze the glutes together. Tailbone drops down into the floor. Strong posture, chin parallel to the floor when we start. Inhale, arms above the head. Join the palms together. Make a gentle slight back bend as a counter pose for the forward bend that we did before. Exhale, press the hands together. Long, strong back, and bend forward once again. Halfway lift, inhale, hands on the shins or on the floor. Back is long. Exhale, hands on the floor. Jump or step back into plank. And for today, we're going to do chaturanga, bending the elbows, elbows close to the body, And then upward facing dog. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come on the tip of your toes, bend the knees, tailbone to the sky, look forward. Deep inhale here. Exhale, jump or step to the front of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale again. Exhale, lower down, forehead to the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms together, gentle back bend, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, Samastitihi. Second round, inhale up, gentle back bend. Exhale, bend forward, come all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale, strong back. Exhale, down, jump back. Chaturanga, beautiful. Upward facing dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Yeah, exhale, downward facing dog. Come on the tip of your toes, bend the knees, look forward. Jump with the exhalation to use the core. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, Samastitihi. Last round, alone, on your rhythm. But make it count, don't rush too much. Breath to movement. Beautiful. We're gonna meet in Samastitihi. When we stand, remember to engage your glutes. Bring both feet with the same amount of weight. We're gonna do a standing posture little challenge. Brit, we did this already on Monday in a way. So find the weight on your left foot. And every time we do balancing posture, we want to have a strong standing leg. So engage all the toes, squeeze the left glutes, feel a strong, strong left leg. We're gonna lift our right leg up, bringing the right foot on the left knee for a figure 4 while standing. Flex the right foot, and then we're gonna come down into a figure 4 squat. Just for a moment, the right knee wants to go to the right, so you have like a fire log position in the legs. Slowly coming back up, extending the right leg long. What we did in tabletop, we're gonna do standing. So inner rotate the hip. Make sure that the right leg is parallel to the floor as you come to the side. And then you're gonna come with the right leg behind into a variation of warrior 3. We're gonna do this 3 times. From here, this time, well, talking and doing it is difficult. Outer rotate the hip, bring the leg all the way to the front. Yeah, in the front. You're gonna bend the knee, coming back into figure 4. This was one. Make it in your rhythm with the silence. Is easier to concentrate. Working on the whole range of the right hip. When you're in warrior 3, the toes point downwards. Yep. Wow, I feel my left leg. Meow. And the last one. Once you've done the last one, we finish in figure 4, and then we come into standing. Beautiful. I feel my left ankle. Very good. Let's shake the hips a little bit. Phew. Shaking right and left. We want to really push this big bone, the femur head, into the pelvis. So we're really stretching the capsule and the glutes. We're almost done with the standing sequence. Let's get ready for the other side. Again, big weight on the right foot. First of all, finding the alignment in the right leg. Press into the right heel. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the left knee up, bent left knee, and figure 4 on the other side. A moment here to find the balance in the right foot before we start with our sequence. Press the hands together for more stability. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Standing up, extend the left leg. Slowly bring the left leg behind. Strong line of energy, toes face down when you are in warrior 3. Back to the front. I find bringing to the front more difficult. And figure 4, in your rhythm. Engage the toes of the foot that is touching the floor. Stay concentrated and connected. We are moving the left leg, but we're actually doing mobility in the right hip. Pelvis is stabilizing. Yes, try to have the leg parallel. Yep. Beautiful. Yay. Nice range. We will finish in figure 4. And then coming back into standing. Yay, and we shake it again. How are you feeling? Yay. We're gonna have a straddle split like a Tiluru Bamba. Very good. Okay, let's separate the feet. It's our closing. So we want to have, let's have the feet facing forward. Again here, a couple of movements. You feel, no, what happens when we are like open in a range of motion and then we move side to side, we're addressing the innermost structures. We're gonna bring the hands behind the head, interlace your fingers 10 times. Inhaling, looking up, exhaling with a straight back. We go down as low as we can, but with a straight back. Inhale up, exhale down. For 2. Inhale. For 3. Inhale, weight on the front foot. Squeeze the glutes. 4. Make sure the elbows are open at all times. Make sure that the weight is on the front foot. Yeah. Don't collapse too much into the heel when you bend forward. Otherwise, you're going to lose the stretching of your calf muscles. We want to always work also on the ankle. Beautiful. Last 3. Britt, very good. You became so much more flexible. Yeah. Amazing. I mean, you're all very professional here today. And next time you come down, release your hands. Bring the hands in one line with the toes. Weight on the front foot. One time halfway lift. Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale. Bend the elbows and allow yourself to fall down. Look behind you. Elbows are together. Don't open them like wings. They stay in one line with the wrist. Check in with your toes. Weight on the front foot. Breathe in there. Untuck your tailbone. Try to bring the tailbone facing the sky. Long back. Feel your legs. Maybe make some half moons, hip movements from this position as well. Allow your head to be heavy. Gravity to help you to be lower. We grab the right ankle with the left hand, and then we open the right arm to the sky. We did this from many starting positions. What we want to do here is to open the chest. Strong, long back, pull from your right ankle, open, twist, and keep equal weight in the feet. Deep inhale here, exhale, we come down and we switch side. Deep inhale here, exhale, back down, and again we let ourselves fall. Last 3. Last 2. Shoulders away from the ears, don't drop the shoulder blades. Last 1. Halfway lift, inhale again, strong long back. Open the arms in capital T. Bring the hands on the hips and come all the way up. Gentle back bend as a counter pose. Push the hips forward, look up, squeeze the glutes. Find alignment in the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big step to the front, preparing for making our way down. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, lower down. Halfway lift, inhale, look up, straight back. Exhale, plant the hands, jump back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Last down dog for today. Enjoy it. 3 breaths here. Deep into the nose. Last 2 breaths here. Last breath. Coming down on the knees and then to sit on our backs, on our buttocks. We're gonna have the legs more open than the hips, hands behind. 10 times, 5 per side. We want to bring the right, like the knee, the inner knee to the inside, trying to stay straight in the upper body. Back to center. And the other side. So we're not changing anything or as little as possible in the upper body. We're just tapping the knees. Tapping the knees. Tapping the knees. Very good. Don't extend the lower back so the buttocks stays more or less on the floor. Very good. Last 2. Last one. We leave the knee that is down, the left knee down, and then we turn to face the shin, the left shin that is on the front. So we have 90 degrees in both hips. We're gonna bring the hands to the chest. This is proper mobility training. Make sure to have also 90 degrees in your ankles. 3 times, deep inhale. Exhale, we bend forward. Shoulders go to the shin. Inhale up, straight long back. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, let's do one more, it feels good. Exhale down. Inhale up, we change the hands. We bring one hand, the right hand on the sole of the left foot, the left hand on the knee, same thing. Inhale. As you exhale, you press the left foot into the right hand, feeling the contraction. Inhale, release, come back up. Exhale, press and bend forward. Inhale up, last one. Exhale, bend forward and press. Come back up, hands next to the body. Now, 5 times, the right knee is gonna lift, up and down, up and down, up. 3, 4, this is good for your impingement. Yeah. And now the more difficult one, leave the right knee down, try to lift the right ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Change the legs. Bloop. So find the alignment. Wow, this side for me is much different than the other. Hands together. Take a deep inhale. Yeah, back foot is flexed, so you want to have the left ankle. Yes, very good. And exhale down with the hands squeezed together. Inhale up. Wow, my right hip is really enjoying this. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. We did 4 on the other side. Let's do 4 also here. Always straight back. Alignment is so important for mobility. Let's bring the hands, one hand on the foot, one hand on the knee. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze together. And inhale up. Hands next to the leg. 5 times, left knee lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knee stays down, the ankle. 1, 2, 3, inner rotation. 4, 5. And back to center. Beautiful. Let's shake the hips side to side. And we are done. Let's come into straddle split again to check. So remember your alignment at the beginning. We open the legs. We remove the flesh from under the buttock. Yeah, remove. Yeah. Okay. Toes face upwards, strong long back. How does it feel? I feel much more open right now. Yeah. Deep inhale by leaving the toes facing upwards. Let's see if we can come slightly more down. Beautiful. Keep engaging the legs so the knees are extended. Very good, Imena. Yeah. Okay, elongate the lower back. We're gonna stay here for 10 long breaths. Feel free to close the eyes. You can be on your elbows, on your hands, on your forehead, whatever comes good to you. We are warm enough now. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together and direction pelvis, so you have an open chest. And use now the direction of the inhalation goes into the hips, so you stay breathing in the hips. Beautiful. Watch out if your body starts to relax. We're not there just yet. So always think about your knees. When we contract the quadriceps, we allow the hamstrings to open more. It's called, in German, is Reciprocal Hemmung. I don't know in English, but inhibition, reciprocal inhibition of the muscle. We always have an agonist muscle contracting and an antagonist, that is one that needs to allow the flexibility, so the one that relaxes. In this case, the quadriceps is the agonist, so it's contracting, and the hamstrings are the antagonists, are the one that are allowed to stretch. And of course, the adductors as well. Take the last 3 breaths in this position. Make them count. Think you want to drop your belly button into the floor. Anterior tilt of the pelvis. Last inhale here and last exhale here. And then make your way back straight. We release by shaking the knees side to side. And we're going to take these last minutes. Those who want already to come into Shavasana, free to come into Shavasana. Those who have an inversion practice and want to go upside down in whatever form, this is your moment, or whatever other position you want to do for yourself. A couple of minutes in that. Inversion can be a shoulder stand, it can be a forearm stand, it can be a handstand. Very nice. Yay. We have full professionals here. It's always good to have the head below the heart to give nice innervation to the brain. Feet together, breathe. Yeah. Squeeze the legs together. When you're done with your practice, you can make your way into Shavasana. Remember that I used to be one of those that always skips Shavasana because I'm not bothered, I want to run and do things. But Shavasana is where we integrate the new range of motion, so it's always very important to have some minutes of that. And as you lay down, I invite you to take a couple of breaths, deep breaths in the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And you imagine to be a stone that falls through water as you exhale. So you're really dropping with the whole weight into the floor, letting go of any thought, any analysis, diving into presence.
Abraza el mundo, nuestro camino, con tu medicina, todas las plantas divinas, marín, marín, ray, 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 con la vida, vida de la baila, cura con la guaira, limpia, limpia, taita, vibrando con la huanca, con la madre selva,
Without any movement, we just start to focus again on the breath, on the inhale. And you imagine with every inhale to land back into your body, just like a plane lands back on the earth. Your consciousness lands back into the physical body. Feel the presence. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. All those places where the body touches the floor. Full focus. Become aware again of the sounds around you. The sounds inside of you. Slowly start to move the fingers and toes to gather movement back into the body without losing the concentration, the relaxation. Some circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then extend the arms above your head, stretch long, feet together, point the toes, full inhale as you stretch. And as you exhale, bend the knees into the chest to give yourself a big squeeze. Rocking side to side to massage the lower back. And then let yourself fall on one side or the other, the one that feels more comfortable right now. A moment there. In fetal position, being held by Mother Earth. To then press yourself back up into seated posture, cross-legged. We keep the eyes closed as we find the verticality again. And a couple of breaths from the base of the spine all the way upwards, elongating into the verticality with the inhalation. And then dropping the air from the top of the head all the way down into the earth without losing the length in the spine. We send gratitude to our beautiful, beautiful bodies, the true medicine, the gift that allows life, movement, feeling, experiences every day, so that we never ever take our bodies for granted. Let's close the class with 1 Om and 3 Shanti, bringing the hands together in front of the chest, palms touching, and a deep inhale for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for coming today. I wish you a very beautiful day. I hope your hips are fine. It was nice meeting you. Yeah, drink a lot of water. We move a lot of stuff when we do this kind of movements, so it's good to flush out. Sí. Está bien. Estoy encantada de conocerte.
¿Te yapeo? ¿Te pago en efectivo?
En efectivo. Ya, aún no tengo yape. Gracias por venir. Ya.
Y bueno, o sea, los jueves vendría siempre como que 10 minutos tarde.
Está bien. Sí, sí, sí. Te preparo acá el mat. Ya. Yay. You live here as well? Like for long?
I come and go.
You come and go.